guys, Hannah here and welcome to today's mini Zentangle session. Today is week 6, day 5, and the materials we're going to use are a black micron pen, a black biro, a black pencil, a tortillon or blending tool if you have one, if not an earbud, and a white square of card. If you'd like to pause the video and go and get your materials and settled nice and comfortably, we can begin. So today's tangle is a little bit more difficult than the last two that we've done this week. I'm going to start off with my pencil, drawing a square border as we have done in the previous videos. And then from here, I'm going to draw a pencil line from the bottom left to the top right hand corner. I'm then going to turn my tile and I'm going to repeat it. So I've now got a big X in pencil. And then from the centre point, I'm going to draw another line downwards and turn, and from the centre point, I'm going to draw another line downwards. So we've got something that looks like a square with two, well, another cross I suppose if you look at it from a different angle. I'm then going to switch to my pencil, my pen, and I'm going to choose to start in this section first. So I'm just going to colour that in pen. Now for those of you that feel confident, you needn't draw the pencil lines in first, you can just start off straight in pen. And then starting in the bottom left hand corner, I'm going to draw a line that comes out slightly and then meets the line on the right. I'll get in close so you can see. And where those lines meet, I'm just drawing a little triangle that I'm colouring in black. I'm then turning my towel slightly just so that it's more comfortable for my hand, and I'm then going to repeat, but this time I'm drawing a line from the bottom right hand side up to the left hand line, and then where they meet I'm drawing another little triangle that I'm colouring in black. Going to the left hand side, I'm going to repeat, and then I'm going to go to the right hand side and I'm going to repeat. Now it's up to you how many lines you put in, as long as you follow the contour of the first one, that's fine. And you'll notice it's starting to get quite thick down here. We want it to look like this because it means that we're always starting at the same point. And when you're doing it, just keep going from left to right or right to left until you can't fit any more in. So for me, I think that's about it. I'm then going to move to the one to the right of it, and I'm going to just fill that line in. And starting again from the left hand side, I'm drawing a line across, turning and then going from the right hand side, a line across, and I'm just continuing to do almost like a march, left, right, left, right, left, right. And one of the beauties of this tangle is that you don't actually see the finished effect until you finish each section. So I'll show you this section here, and then I'll show you some examples. I'm sure you don't want to watch me repeating it for the next 20 minutes. So this is how we do it with a straight line. And again, the reason why it's so calming and stress relieving is because it's a repetitive movement. And once you get the flow of it and you're in that zone, it's quite relaxing. So what you would do at this point here is you would continue repeating those three and you'd go all the way around. but I'd like to show you another way that you can do this. So I'm just picking a different section. Now both of these are straight lines. I'm now going to draw a slightly curved line. And again, the principle is exactly the same, but you get a different effect when you curve those lines. And I always think this looks like the lace up on the back of a dress. When in the olden days, when they used to have the Victorian dresses, I think it looks a little bit the way they cross them over at the back. So I'll show you some examples now, and this is how it would have looked had I finished. And you're probably looking at it thinking, wowzers, that's really rather different. And while I've got it side by side, I'm just going to show you how we would put the shading in. So using that part where the pencil lines are darker at the bottom in each corner, I would just put some pencil down and I would shade it up. Now you'll notice that I'm not shading too far up, but on this one I have taken it a little bit further going upwards and then a little less on the sides. So again, I would take it up there but less on each of these sides. And you get to this point when you fill in all of the sections. So just to give you some examples, this is one that I've done where I've done them slightly curved. And what I did was I started off with 3 straight lines and I put another line each side of it. So you've got 2 sets of tram lines, 2 sets of tram lines, 2 sets of tram lines, and 2 sets of tram lines. And then for the centre one, I've started drawing from this way. So I've started at the top and carried on down. And then for the 2 outer ones, I turned it around upside down and I started at the top and then worked my way down on those. And I think that just looks lovely, and it's great if you want to use it as a border, for example. This one I've done where I've just drawn 2 lines across the page, and actually on this example probably would draw another tram line across either one of them. Perhaps I should have done that before. And then to subdivide the inside sections, I've drawn 2 tram lines here and here and here and here. And then when drawing this one, I'm actually going to show you, because this one I've done slightly differently. Let's move those ones up. So starting off this way, and again I'm drawing this much quicker than I normally would. The way that I've drawn these is I've started off with a curve from that side, and then I've turned it upside down and I've followed the curve to go that way. So that's my starting point, and then I would continue filling them in back to left, right, left, right, left, right. So I would fill in all of one section, and again, you will take much more time than I am over this, and then I would carry on the other side. So my first one's in place, and then I would draw to the right, to the left, to the right. And that's a very quick example of how I would draw this one. My final example is something that I think looks absolutely amazing, and it's done in the same principle as the first 2. The difference was that on this occasion it was in a circle. So to start off with a circle, and then you divide it with a cross and then another cross, and then you draw it exactly the same way as we've done that one. So I know this one's a little bit more complex. Once you've got the flow of it, it is very simple, and you can vary the shapes by varying the straightness or the curvature of the lines. If you have any problems with this one, please let me know, and I'd love to see your artwork. Thank you for joining me today, and please join me tomorrow for week 6, day 6, which is where we're going to do something different with the tangles that we've learnt this week. Thank you. Bye for now.